and they're singing, "Good morning, Jesus, good morning, Lord. I know you come from heaven above." After that, they sing the same song. You're sleeping, and then if you're sleeping, you say, "Come," and then put your name. Also, in morning devotions, there, where if you had made a mistake during the week or yesterday, they will use and preach. Bible says, disobedience like a sin of witchcraft. Some of you, if your mommy tell you to wash plates and you don't wash plates, you have sinned. They will preach. And the way was to come together as a family to worship God, to connect with God, and to hear God speak to us. So personally, I made a vow. I mean, recently, my mom was saying that we have to give God to our children. It's not a time where you just say you're praying for your children, which is good, but we have to give God to our children from when they are little. Pray over their destinies, give them God. From when they can say, I have a mantra that works on me. If you can say ABC, you can worship God. If you can say the nursery rhymes, you can know God, you can pray. Oh, from 1 year old, 1 year and 6 months, they can talk, teach them amen, teach them the importance of knowing God. And so, also in these devotions, they also have to know that yes, they have to communicate to God, they have to be close to God. So, how do we do this? Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy to have you here. So if you're new to this channel, kindly subscribe. Please. If you want to be getting nice, interesting parenting topics here on the channel, kindly subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much. You guys are the real MVPs. So yes, I am so excited to be doing this video because it has been on my mind for a while. So I want to talk about how to make morning devotion fun for our children. Yes, I'm sure a lot of us picture this. Just go down memory lane. How morning devotion was for us growing up. Like you just see your mom and you would come and knock on the door first. We bang it, literally bang it. And you come outside, sleepy face, grumpy. A lot of children growing up, we're not looking forward to morning devotion. And then you come with grumpy faces and you're tired, and it's the same songs they're singing, the same way they're praying. Our parents didn't know better because that's how their parents did morning devotion. And it went on from generation to generation. And then we're there, and they're singing, "Good morning, Jesus, good morning, Lord. I know you come from heaven above." After that, they sing the same song, and then you pray. Then if you're sleeping, you say, "Come on, stand up, you call your name." Anita, stand up. You're sleeping and you're waking up. And then also in morning devotions, then where if you had made a mistake during the week or yesterday, they will use and preach. Bible says, disobedience like a sin of witchcraft. Some of you, if your mommy tell you to wash plates and you don't wash plates, you have sinned. They will preach. Like they will literally preach your bad character in that devotion. Yes, I know you're laughing right now watching this video, but honestly, guys, that, like I said, our parents didn't know any better. And what that did to us most times was make us see morning devotion as routine, as not being fun, as boring. It was just like a chore. We're not looking forward to it. And it actually affected a lot of children's prayer lives. Somehow they found their way to loving God, but they saw prayer as one thing. They didn't understand the essence of devotion. The essence of devotion was to come together as a family to worship God, to connect with God, and to hear God speak to us. So personally, I made a vow. Recently, when my mom was having a conversation, honest conversation, we had to tell her, give her feedback of the devotions, like how it actually impacted us as children. It was one of the things that a lot of parents didn't get right at that time because they didn't understand. So I personally told myself that when I become a mom, that I was going to make sure that devotion was fun for my children, for my family. And I'm happy to say that yes, I am doing that. So I want to share with us a few things that I have done in my home to make devotion fun, and I have seen it work. Like I said, devotion is supposed to be a time to connect with God, with your family. It's a time, most importantly, to hear God. What is God saying for the day? Well, how is He leading us? What is He saying to us? You worship. If you ask a lot of adults now during their time as students, they can't even really say how many times they experience the presence of God during those devotions. How the worship, if worship came down, how they felt. Those are the kind of encounters that you should have during devotion. It sets the tone for the day. So yes, how do we make devotion fun for our children? Because of course we know that the world has evolved and we have to use different ways to bring our children to God. And if you're someone who listens to me constantly, I'm always saying that we have to give God to our children. It's not a time where you just say you're praying for your children, which is good, but we have to give God to our children from when they are little. Pray over their destinies, give them God. From when they can say, I have a mantra that works on me. If you can say ABC, you can worship God. If you can recite the nursery rhymes, you can know God, you can pray. Oh, from 1 year old, 1 year and 6 months, they can talk, teach them amen, teach them the importance of knowing God. And so also in these devotions, they also have to know that yes, they have to communicate to God, they have to be close to God. So how do we do this? First things first, especially if you have smaller children, make the devotion short. Yes, don't make it too long. That time, oh my God, and like 40 minutes have gone, they're still preaching. That's how, in fact, they leave the real thing that they're supposed to be doing, to be talking about how you didn't wash plate yesterday, how a child has sinned. Let's not go there. I've had this conversation with my friends a lot of times, and the experience was just the same. So it's actually a very serious matter. First things first, make it short. Don't go about making it long. Maybe 10 to 20 minutes. Make it exciting. Make it short, like I said. Make sure make it exciting. The next is to make it exciting. Give everybody responsibility. Oh, sweetheart, you're going to be doing this. You're going to be leading us in prayer. Make them feel involved in the prayers, in the devotion. Then use worship songs. Let them understand that devotion is a time to communicate to God, to enjoy the presence of God. Sing happily, tell stories. Not stories about it, but tell stories. I did this for my girls, and it was always working. Let them ask questions. Let them ask you back. Oh, sweetheart, do you understand what I'm saying? Or what do you think about this? Currently keep them engaged because of their attention span. Keep them engaged. Then yes, this one I do it. I know you might think it's extreme, but it works. A little game, a little riddle among in the Bible. The quiz, it works. Or what do you think God was trying to do here? Or so make them hunger to be in that devotion. In fact, a day before, prepare them and say, you know what, we're talking about this topic today. So everybody read up and come, to be in devotion and give your contribution. At the end of the week, reward them. Play games, sing songs, play together, make it very lively. Very short, like I said, very short, but make it lively, make it fun, make it interactive, make it more interactive. That's what I'm going to hammer on, because it's important. So you don't just come like a pastor preaching. Yes, it's good you will preach, of course, whoever is taking lead, but let every one of them be involved in the devotion process. So we don't go about just making it routine. So build excitement. It starts a day before. If your devotion is more interesting, or we are reading the Bibles, we are answering questions, we are celebrating, yay, good job, well done, that was so good, praise them. If somebody asked, I want your 3-year-old say something like my daughter, she likes to ask me questions. My daughter, oh, mommy, but why did Jesus? Oh, but why did Mary? She will ask you and you will answer. Because I always try to build curiosity. I always try to involve them. And there's something I do, especially if you have toddlers you have younger children, not the matured ones. Try to always act out what you're doing, because remember they're pictorial. So you can't be using high sounding words to communicate to them. Yes. Oh, so I will stand up and I'll be like, so your friend, I will demonstrate, and I always try to relate to them in their world. Yes, I always scenarios that happen in school. I try to relate with them. So if you have older children, of course, older children can also take the lead in those devotions, and of course pray. Remember that it's a spiritual exercise more than just a physical thing. So the goal is to have the presence of God there. Let them understand that, at devotion time, we're trying to bring down the presence of God. We want God to speak to us. So I used to ask my children, what is Jesus saying to you in their tiny hearts? Mommy, Jesus is saying that I should love my neighbor as myself. Oh, beautiful, sweetheart. Yes, it might look old, but it's how it starts. Let them understand that they have to hear from Jesus. So what would Jesus do in this scenario? I always ask them, Jesus will do this, Jesus will do that. Do you think Jesus will do this? Just in a role play, that also works during devotion. So dear parents, please, I don't know how you are handling your devotion. I don't know the systems, the patterns, but I trust God to help us. Let's not repeat the patterns of the way our parents handle devotions. Let's make it fun, because like I said, the goal is to ensure that we bring these kids to God. It's for them to look forward to it, for them to grow up to be prayerful. That they come and gather together, their hearts are united. That time growing up, their hearts were not there. They just like, can this devotion just finish? A lot of children then were just angry. They come to devotion in the morning grumpy and cranky and still leave angry because they have said things that you should not say. You upset. And parents, what about parents? They don't know that they actually can make their children angry. And as a parent, let's watch that. I will make a video about that later. Let's work towards not making our children angry. I know the African parents, they don't say making you angry for what. Those days, parents don't say sorry. It's coming on, my friend, leave this place. I say I might leave this place. They don't. But you say things to your children during that devotion that I'm like, so you come stand up. As I slap inside devotion, how the presence of God move? How? So it's supposed to be a still place for worship, and then especially where I will refer to all these fun activities, especially when we are studying the word. So of course you have to break it down to them in different ways. So if you want to do quiz, if you want to do question and answer, any way that you can break it down to them to understand and have them ask you questions, and then don't yell at them at devotion. The goal is that their hearts should be connected so that God can speak to you together as a family. That everybody leaves the devotion feeling refreshed, feeling happy, feeling excited, feeling pumped, because that's how it should be. So dear parents, I'm sure we've learned a few things from this video. I'd like to hear your comments. I'd like to read your comments. So how have you been doing devotions with your family? Do you find this helpful? It's something you're going to try? So I'd like to hear from you. My name is Anita King, and this is my channel, Parenting with Anita. And on this channel, I share parenting truths, parenting tips, I share skits as I talk about how to raise our children in a godly way, talk about intentional parenting. And I'm sure that if you are new, you always come back. And if you're returning, thank you for coming. Of course, you want to like this video so that it helps to reach more people. Thank you for watching. Bye.